Okay, so I am here at one of my favorite thrift stores in town. It is called the Samson Crisis Center. It's a pretty small store, but I'm here because to shed some ugly truth, I guess, about our minimalism and our minimalist life. We only ever kept enough plates and stuff like that for the four of us. Well, today my youngest daughter was washing dishes and she accidentally knocked over two of our plates and they broke. So I need two more plates. And I think I'm actually going to buy four and kind of hide two of them just in case, so I don't have to run out and buy more before we can eat. So it is a ugly rainy day, but let's go get some plates. I got super rained on while I was running back to the car, but I couldn't get extra plates because they literally only had two full-size plates in the whole place. So I got these two plates for 25 cents a piece. So pretty awesome. And I will just keep my eye out for extra ones if they get them in here or at another thrift store I go to, because there are a lot of them that I like to pop in and out of. Although I won't be doing it as much this year since we're doing a no spend year. Try not to spend money we don't need, so we're keeping a list of things that we know we need or we're interested in looking for so that we can look for them secondhand. One of the things that we've been looking for is a lamp. My children want a lamp for their bedroom, but we've been keeping an eye out for one, and we found a few, but this one, you can kind of see it. It's just wood with a nice cream, looks like canvas lampshade. Got it for $3, which is pretty awesome as long as it works. I'm gonna take it home and see what they think about it. I really think we got a winner. So we got it home and put a light bulb in it, and it totally works. And the kids really like it. I really like it. So there it is. They have a lamp for $3. Awesome. We always kind of had too much stuff, even though we had like no money, we still somehow had so much stuff. I don't know if it was given to us or when we had money we bought a bunch of stuff because it made us feel like we weren't so poor. I don't really know why, what was going through our heads at the time or why we ended up with just so much stuff. But we did, and that's okay. I'm sure a lot of people, most people have ended up in a place like that. But ours got a lot worse when my husband got out of the Army and we moved back home to North Carolina, because here, sorry, I'm having like sinus issues, so my throat is constantly like feeling like it's closing up. But anyway, when we moved back to North Carolina, our stuff multiplied like tremendously, because we moved into a house that was my dad's house that he gave to us. He left a lot of stuff behind, stuff he wasn't going to use in his new house. So the house was already kind of full of stuff before we moved in. And so when we moved in with all of our stuff from Tennessee, it was like two households full of stuff in one house. And then it got worse because my grandmother and my mom, who had bedrooms assigned for the girls when they came down for the summer, so they had like sheets and they had toys and they had clothes and books and other stuff. When we got back, they packed that all up out of their house and sent it over to my house. So we almost had like 3 households full of stuff. I'm sorry. We had a really hard time with that. It was way too much stuff. We lost control really quickly. We were kind of like walking on stuff because there was stuff everywhere. We had a designated homeschool room. Sorry, my phone started ringing. We were crawling over stuff. There was stuff coming out of every orifice of the house. The house had a lot of closets and stuff like that, but they were all completely jam-packed with stuff. We had a designated homeschool room. We ended up losing that because so much stuff accumulated in that room. It got really bad, guys, like embarrassingly bad. And I threw in the towel. I lost complete control. I couldn't deal with it. I turned my mind off to it. We were literally living in an episode of Hoarders. It was so bad. And I had kind of had enough, and I was telling Sean that I just wanted to rent a dumpster, throw everything in it, and just start over. I ended up watching the Minimalism documentary on Netflix one day. I was like, oh my God, this is what I need in my life. This is what I've been missing. I just need to get rid of everything except absolute necessities. In the beginning, Sean was absolutely not on board. So I kind of only went through my stuff. And so I got rid of a lot of my clothes, and I got rid of a lot of my shoes and just stuff. I started getting rid of a lot of it. And Sean started getting upset because we had like collections of things like sugar skulls and stuff like that, and I was trying to get rid of some of those, and he's like, hey, now this is our house. You can't just get rid of all of our stuff. So I started doing it more slowly, you know, getting rid of stuff here and there. And then I read The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and I had a big talk with Sean, and I was like, look, we can't live like this anymore. This is something we have to do. And I kind of started telling him about the KonMari method of going through stuff, and you know, he kind of thought it was silly, so, but he's like, but I agree, we should get rid of stuff. And so he was kind of finally on board, and it started with like his t-shirts, because if you know Sean personally, you know that some of the t-shirts that he had were from high school. He'll be 30 this year. He had t-shirts from high school. And he had shirts that had holes in it. He had shirts that he had cut the sleeves off of. He had crazy amounts of shirts and jeans. I guess you can accumulate that much when your pant size doesn't change in the 20 years. But he did. He started getting rid of stuff, and it was, we could breathe. Everything we got rid of, we could breathe a little better. So we kept going. But we still hadn't reached like a good spot. We felt a lot better. It was kind of under control. And I think I still have pictures of kind of our after, when we were like, yeah, we did it. We got rid of everything. We could use our homeschool room again. We built a library in there. It was great. We felt so good about it. And then Hurricane Florence happened. And that was kind of like a big thing for us. I can't say that we lost our house, because it is still there. But it can't be lived in at the moment. It is very damaged. Wind blew back a lot of our shingles. Water got into the attic and then into the living room and the homeschool room. We lost our desktop computer and like a laminator that we had, and our printer. But as far as stuff, that's kind of all we lost. But but we had to move, and we were very fortunate. Sorry, I just keep moving this stick. We were very fortunate in that my mom had a rental trailer that she rents out in Clinton, and it just happened to be empty. And so then when we were talking about moving in, we were going to Warsaw to pack up stuff. And we realized, oh my God, none of our stuff is going to fit in this house. Moving to this house kicked our minimalism in the ass, because we had to really decide what was a need and what was a want, because 90% of our wants could not come. They wouldn't fit. Actually, in fact, this house has started feeling a little cramped. It might just be because my daughter and I finished watching the Marie Kondo Netflix special, but we're kind of feeling like we can get rid of some more stuff. So I think we're actually going to start reconmaring our house. Film that, and that will be a better minimalism video, more like what you're probably hoping this is. I think you guys knowing my minimalism journey will help us move forward in why we do things the way we do, and why we are trying to be vigilant that we don't allow it to happen again. We don't let ourselves get that bad, which is why this house is starting to feel a little cramped. So we're like, all right, something's got to go. We can't do this. Nothing else comes in. We are doing a no spend year, which should help with new stuff not coming in. If you don't know what a no spend year is, it's basically where we're not buying anything unless it's a necessity. You know, we pay bills, buy groceries, buy pet food, any kind of medications or anything that we need or they need. But other than that, we're not buying any extras. I understand that the kids will probably need clothes at some point this year because they grow so fast. And I feel like every time I say, okay, we can't spend any more money, they hit a growth spurt just to spite me. It's okay, because we have this box from ThredUp that we're going to be mailing off, and hopefully we're going to get site credit for it, and then we can use that money to buy the kids clothes when they outgrow the ones they currently have. We do try to keep clothes at a minimum, because you probably notice it in your own life. I know we might have a closet full of clothes that we think we love. I know I did. I could tell you a reason why I loved each and every piece of the clothes in my closet, which is why the KonMari method for clothes really didn't work for me, because I loved all of them. All of them sparked joy for different reasons. But mostly it was because I was personifying my clothes. If my mom gave me that shirt, I didn't want to get rid of it because my mom gave it to me. Ended up doing a capsule wardrobe because I thought that might work better for me, and it has. It has worked exceptionally well for me. I actually counted this morning 32 items of clothing, and then I have 2 cardigans and 1 winter jacket. I have 2 purses, 5 pairs of shoes. I will do a whole video on my capsule wardrobe. I know that's something that has been requested. So I will do it, I promise. It didn't work out to where I could do it today because we are actually going grocery shopping today. And I waited till the last minute to film this video because I didn't feel good. But we are going grocery shopping today, and I will also film that so that I can post a video next week on our out of town grocery shopping. So that'll be super fun. But part of us reconmaring our house is getting rid of stuff. So we do have a box in our kitchen right now that is for collecting things that we're getting rid of. So far we have 2 things in it. We also have a box in our kitchen of stuff that we're getting rid of that maybe doesn't work or is not worth donating. So unfortunately that stuff will go to the landfill, but it's like a broken coffee pot. I think I'm going to take you like a once around the house, because this video just seems like a lot of me talking, and that seems pretty boring for you guys, and I'm sorry. I'm going to do it once around the house. My house is not spotless. It is a real life lived in house with children. It's never spotless. And if you think that yours is, I think you're lying. I hope this video was informational. I hope that you got something from our story. Maybe it will help you tell your story, or make you realize that there are parallels with your story and my story. And maybe it can help you. It definitely helped me. I actually wanted to mention real quick that I actually found the Marie Kondo method of tidying by watching a YouTube video from a girl called The Messy Minimalist on YouTube. So shout out, I guess, to her for saving my life. But anyway, enjoy my house tour, enjoy me rambling. Hit like if you like this video, hit subscribe and the notification bell if you want to know when I post more videos. And as always, y'all be good.